Hi, my name's Anne McDonald and I'm the Senior Development Officer here at Brunstane for early years, and I wanted to talk to you about Primary 1 and to welcome you to Brunstane Primary School. Normally I would be doing this in front of lots of adults, and so it's a little bit strange talking to a screen, but I want to welcome you to our school and hopefully to answer lots of your questions via this video that you may have about your child starting Primary 1. Okay, so here goes. So, welcome to Primary 1 at Brunstane. I wanted to go through a few different areas that hopefully will help you to get a real flavour of what Primary 1 will be all about and what it will look like when you come along in August. So I want to talk about our school values, who the Primary 1 class teachers are and what the class makeup will be, who the wider staff team are and what they look like. I want to go over a bit of information about health and safety guidance, settling into Primary 1, what the format will look like, what the P1 learning rationale is, an overview of our P1 approaches, what your child will actually be doing in Primary 1, what should your child wear, I'll explain that, what do they need to bring to school and how will I be involved in my child's learning, and also what the P1 welcome pack that will arrive to your door will look like. So something that we all try to live by at Brunstane Primary School are our school values, and that's the staff, our children, and the wider community and those who are involved with us. So our school values are respect, community, ambition, and creativity. And our main aims in Primary 1 are that we want our children to be curious, creative, and excited to learn in a stimulating environment, to have high standards in achievement, to build positive relationships, and to participate in our whole school community. So this year we will have a Primary 1 class and a Primary 1-2 class, and we've got an amazing staff team here at Brunstane and we're all here to help you and your child. So Primary 1 teacher will be Mr. Kevin Donaghy, and our Primary 1-2 class we have two teachers. We've got Miss Rosendale, who will be teaching on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and we've got Mrs. Emma Roach, who will be teaching on a Monday and Tuesday. And the person that also fully supports the team is my colleague, Mrs. Barry Ritchie. She's also on our senior management team, and she supports all aspects of Primary 1 and Primary 2. And we also have a team of pupil support assistants who you'll get to know as well. So beyond our Primary 1 staff team, we have a wider staff team that also support the operations and logistics of Primary 1. And we're all a friendly and approachable team, and please know that we're here to help and support you. So up at the top there, we've got Mr. Chris McMillan, who's our acting head teacher. And down at the bottom with the long hair is Miss Kate Meehy, who's our acting deputy head teacher. And in the middle, you'll recognise Mrs. Barry Ritchie from the previous slide. There was also myself down at the bottom, and the nursery team are still part of the life of our early level, and we still do lots of collaboration with our nursery team here at Brunstane, so please don't feel that you've lost the links to our nursery staff and children. And also we have our school administrator and secretary. So Kerry Stewart is the lady on the left with the dark hair who is currently on maternity leave and has just had a baby girl. But We also have Mrs. Williams, Mrs. Norma Williams, who's our our school secretary, who is a lady that you see in the office at the front entrance, and she knows about just about everything at Brunstane. She helps with lots of operational and logistical things, so she's always a friendly face that will greet you when you arrive. Health and safety in Primary 1, August 2020. We want to assure you that your child is of absolute paramount importance to us, and will be continuing to follow any government guidance. Currently, we've arranged to have lots more signs around school with increased regimes with things like hand washing, hand hygiene throughout the day, and we'll also have increased support within school for cleaning. I'm sure you're all very eager to know what the settling into Primary 1 format will look like for August for your child. So currently, the format for the first 3 days will be similar to how we have done it in previous years, where the first day will be Wednesday the 12th of August, and our children will come in on a staggered basis in small groups of half the class. So there'll be a group A and there'll be a group B. Group A will come in between 9 and 10:30, and group B will come in from 11 till 12:30. And this will be for the Wednesday and for the Thursday. On Friday, the children will come in from 9 o'clock until 12:15, and that will be both groups. Please know that this is the information that I'm currently working with, and I'm aware that things can be subject to change based on COVID-19 guidance. The information that I've just explained will be in your welcome pack for you to reference, and you will know in your pack whether your child is Group A or Group B. Thereafter, into the next week, it will be normal start and finish times, and the times are in the school handbook. The classroom entry door system has changed for the moment. At the moment, we will have our primary 2s coming in from a side entrance into the infant block. The primary 1-2 will come in from the back entrance of the primary 1 building, and the primary 1 class will come in from the front entrance to the front door of the primary 1 of the infant block, which is closest to the car park. There will be lots of signs up to direct you in relation to this, and staff will also be out in the playground to guide you. And I'd now like to give you a flavour of what learning and teaching will look like for your child in Primary 1. Our Primary 1 rationale is that we have an inclusive, warm learning community where children and adults are eager to develop together. We know our primary children well as people and learners. This allows us to focus on their individual development and progression in learning. We aim for your child's learning to be fun and stimulating within an environment where they feel secure. The guidance that we follow as teachers and practitioners is produced by Education Scotland, and it's available for parents and carers to view. One document is called Curriculum for Excellence. We also have an early years or an early level guidance document called Realising the Ambition. You'll know that our children across nursery and primary 1 are working within the early level of Curriculum for Excellence, and we work hard to try and unify and do lots of experiences across nursery and primary 1. But please know that your child we will be building on your child's learning from nursery. And just for your own reference, the curriculum areas, we have 8 curriculum areas. Our core areas are literacy, numeracy, and health and well-being. And the other subjects are social subjects, sciences, expressive arts, technologies, and religious and moral education. And another aspect which is very important for us in Primary 1 is that learning is enriched through play. So how do we implement our Primary 1 approach? We have a highly organised, rich, play-based learning environment, and your child will be learning indoors and outdoors. We have a balance of both child and adult-led experiences that can be with the whole class, in small groups, and as individual learning. We work to, as I said, know your child really well as an individual learner and to be responsive to our children's needs and interests, which we feel results in more relevant and meaningful learning. We get to know your child's individual learning needs and where they are developmentally, and we have a strong focus on building on attainment. We also try to make our learning as fun and as interesting as we can with imaginary contexts, real life events and first-hand experiences, and so that there's lots of opportunities for creativity, investigation and inquiry, which is developmentally and age appropriate for our young learners. And I'm going to pass on to my colleague Vary, who's going to talk more about how this actually looks visibly. So how do we...
Hi there, my name's Barry Ritchie. You'll have seen my photo in several of the previous slides. My role is P1 to Development Officer, so I'll be there to support your child on the first day and all through their time in P1. And also, I should say, not just supporting your child, but supporting you with this big new chapter in your lives. For those of you that have got kids just starting, no other older children. Okay, so I guess you'll be thinking, well, what will my child be doing in Primary 1? And you can see through some of our photos here, and I was just going to talk you through some of these examples. So the children will enjoy time together as a class. Initially, that will be time engaging in listening to and telling stories, or singing rhymes and songs. It might be dancing or yoga, getting to know each other through circle time activities. And these opportunities to build relationships, as you've heard from Anne, are absolutely central to our approach at Brunstane. As the session progresses, they'll gather together as a class for teaching time, where they learn, new sounds or practice their counting, playing games, etc. They'll also spend time in smaller groups. They'll have opportunities to practice their new skills, and learning at that stage will be supported and extended by the teacher. For example, that might be forming letters or numbers, and later on building words and sentences, counting collections of objects, and so on. As you would expect, the development of skills in literacy and numeracy are a key focus for us. We use Read Write Inc. as a resource to teach your phonics, and a programme called SEAL, which is Stages of Early Arithmetical Learning for maths. We supplement these resources with other materials, including Big Cat books, Talk for Writing, and we're responsive to the interests of our children. We use the information we collect from the observations of the children's actions or words and their emotions to inform the way that we set up our learning environments. So as you can imagine, this is continuously evolving. The classroom might be a castle one week and then a doctor's surgery the next. As Anne mentioned in our rationale, we value play. We believe it's through play that children learn about themselves and the world around them. Children learn by experiencing, exploring, inquiring, questioning, as we know, lots and lots of questions, talking and repeating. We're fortunate to have access to fantastic learning resources and spaces inside and out. Our learning outdoors provide opportunities for movement and coordination, which we know development of these skills are linked to communication and cognitive development. We want children to be the active protagonists of their own learning, and we can see that maths and literacy are all around us, and the children naturally use maths and literacy skills in their play. But please remember that all children develop at their own rate. So some children may well come into school being able to hold a pencil correctly, and we welcome this. They may be able to read and write. However, others might need more time to develop these skills. Some children might come into school being able to share, line up, follow routines, and again, for others, these skills require more attention. As a staff team, we'll get to know your children and we'll be able to respond to their needs. Our lovely classrooms have plenty of space for exploring other areas of the curriculum. So for instance, science skills will be explored, floating, sinking, growing, experiments with pushing and pulling, looking at fine motor skill development to build the essential hand muscles for writing and other skills. We develop those muscles by using Play-Doh, painting, threading. We've got opportunities in PE, of course. Ball skills will be developed, catching, throwing, passing, dribbling. We also use digital technology and in particular to enhance learning that goes on in the classroom, be that using the interactive whiteboard or the children themselves using cameras or a desktop computer. Opportunities for wider achievement are central to our ethos at Brunstane. Last session we were involved in a project by Imaginate Theatre Group. The library of everything landed in our tower block and pupils, parents and staff were mesmerised by its magic. All children became lifelong members when they wrote stories to populate the empty library shelf, and this acted as an amazing stimulus for writing. We look forward to working with Imaginate again this year. We were also part of the Ignite project, whereby sports professionals ran sessions during class PE times and at an after-school club on Friday to encourage more young people into school, and we hope to be able to continue with this too. We love to get out and about into our city when possible and regularly have visitors to the school to enrich our learning experiences. We especially love the fire engine and learning about the jobs of people who help us in the community. We're always keen to have parent helpers with us on trips and for activities within our class, so if you're available then do please let us know. We love to get out and about. We wanted to put together a slide to give you an idea of what a typical day in P1 would look like. But I will stipulate this will be a typical day. There are changes to days. We go by our observations and the children's interests, and quite often the children will speak up about changes to timetabling, which we would go with. But in general, the kids will line up in the playground. They'll organise their own coats, shoes and bags. We do encourage independence, so please support your child by practising with coat zips, buttons, doing up their shoes. Please no laces if possible. Children will enter the classroom and self-register, and then they go off to play. It gives them a chance to meet up with their friends and catch up on news from the previous evening. We'll then gather together to share the plan for the day using our visual timetable, and it's usually a time for questions as well. We'll then go on to kind of teach target play model where we'll have literacy teaching and then opportunities in the continuous provision. At break time, we do encourage the children to bring a healthy snack with them. That might be fruit or oatcakes or crackers or some sort of other healthy snack of your choice. After playtime, the children will enjoy sharing playtime news, and then we'll have some whole class learning, usually in maths after playtime, and they'll have opportunities to practice their skills as mentioned before. Before lunch, they'll have opportunity to share their learning from the morning. There might also be time there for some music or some yoga. At lunchtime, as you'll hopefully know, school lunches are free to all primary ones. In fact, they're free to all primary 1s, 2s and 3s in Scotland. Some children will, or some parents will choose to send a packed lunch with their child, and that, of course, is fine as well. The afternoon allows for, time for further play, perhaps group reading, PE, maybe opportunities for learning about, as we've said before, the wider curriculum, living things, celebrations, dinosaurs, and storytelling, etc. And then they get ready for coming home. We've put together this presentation for you because we want you to feel as informed and as prepared as you possibly can. So another question in your lips might be, well, what should my child wear? Now, this session we've decided that school uniform will not be mandatory. What has been made clear to us is that fresh and laundered clothes every day will be essential. So with that in mind, we feel that it kind of relieves the pressure to have school uniform on every day. So school sweatshirts will be encouraged and dark coloured bottoms, but we also suggest other sweatshirts, polo shirts, leggings. Please make sure your child comes to school in clothes suitable for outdoors, because we will be spending time outdoors, and there's nothing worse than children not being prepared for that. Footwear, we encourage durable multi-purpose shoes for outdoors, and indoors, please supply a little pair of plimsolls with no laces, please, so that the kids can independently change their shoes. Uniform ordering, we use a company called Image Scotland, and you can go on to www.imagescotland.com/schoolwear and order uniforms from there. In the welcome pack that you'll receive in the post, there's a uniform order form there, and also information about the Best Start grant, which is available for some families. So just a wee reminder about things that your child needs to bring to school. A school bag's really helpful. As mentioned before, some indoor shoes, a warm waterproof jacket or coat. Wellies, again, extremely helpful if children can come with a pair of wellies. A healthy snack for break time. A water bottle that can be refilled through the day with water. And please remember to name all items with permanent marker or labels. It helps the children and it helps the staff. Thank you.
So it's back to me again, and I just wanted to talk about how you can be involved in your child's learning. We know that it's a really reciprocal thing, and that your child it will be learning lots at home, and it's nice to link it together. We post items on our Twitter accounts. If you look at BPS, Brunstane BPS, you'll find all our Twitter handles. We also will have a Brunstane Primary School YouTube channel for Primary 1, and this year it would be a new thing, but we're hoping to do things like posting some of our sounds work so that you have a clear visual. There'll also be reading books, phonics, and numeracy activities that will be sent home in a clear bag that will come in your child's school bag. And also, just so you know, that our door is always open. You can talk to us, and you can direct message us through Twitter. You can send a note in to your class teacher or to any of us, and you can also contact us on the admin address here, or give us a ring on the school main number. So it's back to me. So we're nearly finished. I just wanted to list a few things of what do I need to do now. So you will receive a welcome pack, or you may have already received it, a welcome pack full of lots of different pieces of information in relation to starting Primary 1. Hope you'll take some time to read it through, with your child and talk about it. There's also within our Brunstane BPS Nursery YouTube channel, there is a link to a hello video link, hello from our P1 team. There's also this presentation, and there'll also be some stories about starting school read by some of our staff members. What's great when we're thinking about preparing to start primary one is just that you take some time to chat to your child about the idea of beginning primary one, and you might already have been involved in some of the bear hunt activities, plan your route to school, maybe plan some snack ideas, and talk about some of the or do some of the transition experiences that we've recorded from our nursery Twitter pages, and that have been on our e-journals as well. And yeah, I think I've explained everything now. So that's us come to the end of this video. So thank you very much for listening. And if you've got any further questions that we've not been able to answer in the video or in the welcome pack, then please contact us at our email address. And just to say, we're really excited to see you in August. Have a lovely summer and best wishes from all of us. Take care.